Hey Shark fans, it's Melinda Marsalis. Welcome to Heard It on the Shark. I'll be your show host, and Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area is your show sponsor. Heard It on the Shark is a weekly interview show that airs every Tuesday at 11 a.m. on the Shark 102.3 FM radio station based in Ripley, Mississippi. Then it's released as a podcast on all the major podcast platforms. You'll hear interviews with the movers and shakers in North Mississippi who are making things happen. I'll talk to entrepreneurs, leaders of business, medicine, education, and the people behind all the amazing things happening in North Mississippi. When people ask you, how did you know about that? You'll say, I heard it on the Shark. Heard It on the Shark is brought to you by the Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area. We want you to get out and discover the historic, cultural, natural, scenic, and recreational treasures of the Mississippi Hills that are right in your backyard. And of course, we want you to take the Shark 102.3 FM along for the ride. Musical credit belongs to Hill Country Blues guitar legend Gary Burnside and the late great Buddy Grisham, playing Long Way Home from their album Acoustic Brothers, which was recorded at Sun Bear Studio in Ripley, Mississippi.
This program was recorded at Sun Bear Studio in Ripley, Mississippi.
Hey Shark fans, it's Melinda with another episode of Heard It on the Shark. And today in Sun Bear Studio, I have with me Miss Mason Drewery, who is the Tippah County Extension Office 4-H agent. Mason, thanks for coming back.
Thanks for having me back.
Let's see, the last time I talked to you, we were talking about a little old County Fair.
County Fair, that's right.
The Tippah County Fair. How did that go?
It went really good. Numbers were up. Everybody had a good time. The rodeo was good. All the 4-H kids had a wonderful time. So it was a really good fair.
Did you ride the Ferris wheel?
I did not ride the Ferris wheel, but I rode some rides with some 4-H kids that taught me into it, and I got sick as a dog.
So maybe never again?
Probably never again, unless they beg me. They got to beg me.
Did you eat a corn dog?
I did eat a corn dog, and we cooked a lot of corn dogs.
And cotton candy?
I didn't eat no cotton candy.
Yeah. It's just so much fun. There's so many fun things to do at the fair every year. So this time, we're not talking about a county fair. We're talking about the state fair.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, tell us what is coming up.
So the state fair is coming up. It's down in Jackson, and it will be the 1st through the 13th. And this will be where 4-H'ers go down, and they may show animals. They may do competitions on 4-H Day, which is October 11th. So there's a little bit of everything for somebody.
So this is like a county fair, but for the whole state. I mean, there's rides and vendors and lots of good food to eat and fun stuff to do, just like a county fair, but big.
Yep, on a bigger scale and more kids showing and more kids involved.
Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's break that down a little bit. So the times that the kids can go to the fair and show their animals is October 1 to 13, right?
Yes, they will be down at different times. Like the goat show is on one day, lamb show the next, and then they have some beef shows after that.
Tell me how many kids from Tippah County 4-H are going to go.
So we have a total of 33 exhibitors going to show some kind of animal, whether it's chickens, dairy goats, market goats, heifers, bulls. We got a little bit of everything going.
And so, like you just said, different shows are different times. So you're not taking everybody down there on a bus.
No, ma'am. No, I couldn't haul all the animals and the kids. That'd be a trip and a half.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got to get that visual out of my head so I can quit laughing about that. Okay, so the kids go down there on their own.
Yes, ma'am, with their parents. And they'll either be pulling a trailer or have a little pen in the back of the truck. Normally, if they're going with lambs, they'll put a pen in the back of the truck and take them. But it'll be parents and kids and grandparents.
Okay, and they're showing whatever their animal is. So just kind of walk me through. Let's take something funny, like let's do the chickens. Mm-hmm. All right, take me through what happens. You show up, you got your chicken, what happens?
So they'll show up, they'll check in. Number one thing is you have to check in. So back a couple of weeks ago, they went through validation where they got swabbed for any kind of disease or anything. So that was their ticket into the state fair show. So they'll show up, they'll get checked in. There'll be some doing showmanship, some just showing their chickens. They do showmanship. They'll kind of show their chickens off. They'll ask questions about their chickens. They'll tell them what breed they're showing. And then they'll have them in pens. prizes, and then judges will come around and judge those chickens, and if they win, they get money, and like some get belt buckles if they do showmanship, and then other prizes.
So the kids have to stand there and answer questions from the judges.
Yes, if they're in showmanship.
That's a great experience for a kid to help them get confidence, isn't it?
Yes, they got to be very confident on what they're telling them judges.
Okay, so tell me, are they talking about how they raise their chickens and what they feed them and what their daily routines are? What kind of questions do they ask?
So basically those questions, they also have to do like a record book. So the record book goes from the day they bought them chickens with a picture and a receipt to the very day of the state fair, and it'll show like what they do every day, how much they ate, how much they drank, how they worked them. It has everything in them, pictures, and they get judged on that record book too.
That is such great experience. I love that. This is my favorite thing to do, these interviews, because every week that I do it, I'm learning about things I had no idea were going on. And this is so cool because it's good for the kids. It's good for their responsibility.
Yeah, it's good at teaching them responsibility.
Okay, and so let's go from a small animal, a chicken, up to, say, a cow. Is that kid responsible for that big animal?
Yes, so they are responsible for feeding that animal, training that animal, because it takes a lot to get them to where they'll stand still so you can clip them, for you bathe them. So they'll stand still in showmanship because they have to set them up a right way, and you don't want them to move, and then it interferes with your showmanship skills. So they have to put a lot of work. I'm going to say every day you have to be out there working those cattle.
Okay, and how do you prove that the cow you're bringing is your cow and it's the cow you said you were bringing?
So if they are a registered animal, they will get registered through that kid. It'll show paperwork, and you'll do like DNA sampling and stuff, and then they'll have to go. They do not go to validation. Like commercial animals have to go to validation. You're saying this is yours. They take DNA samples, and when you go and you win, they will check, make sure that's the same heifer or steer that is there. Beef cattle, you basically go and you have to register that animal through that kid's name.
Okay, so the more questions I ask, the more you're going to be able to tell that all I have is 3 dogs at my house. But like if you bring a milk goat or a milk cow, are there places where you have like a vendor, like you bring products from that animal?
No. So like these are just going down just to show that animal, not milk, not making butter, but just that animal on the 4 hooves.
Okay. All right. I got it. Now, is this the fair where they get that, where they get the sale of champions, like the best one gets sold and they get money for that?
No, ma'am. This is not that sale or that show. So that will take place in February. That will be Dixie National Fair. That's where a lot of the market animals will try to get into the sale of champions, where they will get sold.
Okay. This is good practice, though, I bet.
Yes, so this is really good to get. Definitely, if a kid's never been around this is a good, bigger environment, but not as competitive, to kind of get your feet kind of dirty in the mud.
Okay, so you go down to the state fair in Jackson in October, and you practice, and you get good, and you try to win whatever your category is, and then you go back to the big thing. Mm-hmm. When did you say it was?
It normally takes place the 1st of February, so before they go to Dixie, they'll go through a district show, which is in January. Each district has their own little show. There's 4 districts. So they have to go to a district show to qualify to go to Dixie. And then whoever qualifies will go to Dixie and try to get in the sale of champions if they have a market animal.
And it's the Dixie National Rodeo.
Yes,
the
ma'am.
Big famous thing.
Yes, ma'am.
As the 4-H agent, what do you do to help the kids get ready?
So we're there. If they need us to hold an animal while we're there, we basically do anything they need us help with. We make sure all the paperwork is right. We make sure all the kids are where they need to be. If they have a question, they come to us, and we'll find the answer for them. We're basically just a helping hand and helping them let their show run smoothly.
Okay, so if there's a shark fan listening today and they want to get involved with 4-H, they didn't know this was going on, they want to get involved, tell them what they can do.
So if you want to get into livestock or 4-H, you just come to the Extension Office, or you can give me a call at the Extension Office at 662-837-8184. And if you have any questions, just give me a call. I'm willing to take them.
One last question. What are your little kids doing right now?
My little kids, we got culinary Thursday, so I haven't decided. They're wanting to make pancakes, so I may try to make some pancakes with them. That's all they've been talking about, is making pancakes. So we'll probably be making pancakes at culinary. Thursday at 4.
And I said your little kids. What is that group called?
They're called the Clover Buds, so they're a little
Clover
bit.
Buds.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, making pancakes. That sounds like
Yep.
fun at the Extension Office.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm real proud of the things y'all do. It's so great. So say one more time for people where they can call, what they can do to get involved.
So you can call the Extension Office at 662-837-8184, and you can ask for Mason.
Mason, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, Shark fans, this has been Mason Drewery, the Tippah County Extension Office 4-H agent. And that's it for this edition of Heard It on the Shark. You can tune in every Tuesday at 11 a.m. to find out what's happening with our local community leaders. If you have a question, a comment, or a suggestion for an interview, or if you want access to this interview, you can find it at our website, shark1023.com, when you click on the podcast tab. Keep it tuned to the Shark 1023 and have a great rest of the day.
The Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area was established by the United States Congress in 2009 and represents a distinctive cultural landscape shaped by the dynamic intersection of Appalachian and Delta cultures. This intersection has produced a powerful concentration of nationally significant cultural icons, including King of Rock and Roll Elvis Presley, First Lady of Country Music Tammy Wynette, blues legend Howlin' Wolf, civil rights icons Ida B. Wells Barnett and James Meredith, America's favorite playwright Tennessee Williams, and Nobel laureate William Faulkner. The stories of the Mississippi Hills are many and powerful, from music and literature to Native American and African American heritage to the Civil War. The Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area supports the local institutions that preserve and share Northeast Mississippi's rich heritage. Begin your discovery of the historic, cultural, natural, scenic, and recreational treasures of our region by visiting the Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area online at mississippiHills.org.